Alright team, we are back here today with the Honda Scoopy build. But before we move on, a quick recap of where we were. Last episode, we got it running, we did oil change, we did all the maintenance that was required, and we took it for its first ride in however many years. Who knows? This episode, it's all about bodywork. We're going to put all the bodywork back on this little bike. Check it out. Alright team, before we move on with the bodywork, I've just got to attend to an important issue, and that is the wiring harness. The wiring harness in this bike has been damaged by the previous owner. I don't know how he did it, but the big metal tab that's in the positive part of the battery, that's been destroyed. It's gone, it's not there. So to get around that, I've done some bodgery to replace that metal tab with a big thick wire. Now some of the plugs, some of the caps and stuff, they're broken on the harness too. So I've gone and bought a second-hand harness. Now this has all the relays in it. It has all those broken tabs that are not broken. And more importantly, that thing on the wiring harness, this guy here, that metal piece there, we have that. So we can put the bike back, get it looking like it should, and hopefully it's going to run. So this is where we're going to go first. Alright, so the plan is to lay the harness over the top alongside the original harness, and then just unplug and plug in as we go. The whole front side of the harness we don't need, we're going to leave in the bike. So this should be pretty easy. So here is the original harness. Now I've already checked that the wires are exactly the same. They have the same color combos, etc, etc. So we're just going to unplug them. We'll start off with this one here, who has a teal, green and a teal. So he comes undone. How you doing, guys? Just want to say Happy New Year and bring on 2024. If you're loving the content, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down the bottom. Don't forget to like the videos and leave a comment. Cheers. We move on. Alright, so that's the original harness completely disconnected. This part here, not needed. Alright. Fuel pump's connected, coil's connected, wiring harness is connected at the main connector. So we can slide this down now, cover all those wires as intended, and then we can move on to switching it over up here. And here we are. We have everything plugged in, everything in its place. Some things just need to be cable tied down with the original cable ties. You've got to cut them. But here we go. Let's see if this works. Turn the key. We should hear a click of the relays and the fuel pump prime. All right. So far, so good. We got brake lights. Let's see if it starts. Yes! Yes! And the headlights. Alright, now that we've confirmed that it starts, which is fantastic news, we've just got to make everything permanent. So I've still got this coolant line which goes under the ECU. I've still got the earth cable which has got to be clipped in, and a couple of cable ties that secured the harness that had to be cut off. Then we can go ahead and put the bodywork on. Time for reassembly. But before we reassemble it, we have to sort through all the parts that the previous owner had kindly donated. But once that's all done, I do know the very first thing that has to go on it is the floor pan. And here it is right here. So this is job number one. Scoopy's back together. It is looking absolutely fantastic. one more thing to go, and that is a set of new mirrors. So we shall chuck these bad boys on. Last one. Now, all we have to do is ride it. Ignition. So now the little Honda Scoopy is totally back together. I guess there's only one more thing to do. Let's take it for a ride. Alright, here we are, out on the big bad road. Let's see what this little guy can do. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Alright, so that's about 40 k's as per the speedo, but I do have the GPS running in my pocket. Alright, a downhill run and we've got fucking traffic. We may have to abort. We may have to. Oh. Alright. And we will go this way. Once it gets up in the rev range, it goes alright. So it's struggling just a bit. That was about 45. Alright. Let's tuck. Alrighty, we'll do one more lap. That's probably where the speed limiter sits, right there, because it's not going any faster. Oh, let's have a race. Uber Eats delivery guy versus the Scoopy bomb. And we're off. Our first drag race. And we smash him. Eat our dust. Alright, that's 50 on the dial. That's right on 50. Alright. But how did we go on the GPS? Humiliation right there. Let's check what the GPS says. And it says that we did a max speed of 51 kilometers an hour. Not too bad, but I think we can improve on there. There you go. Our first ride done and dusted with a top speed of a whopping 51 kilometers an hour, which felt like it was on the rev limiter because it didn't seem to go any harder. Now I have seen these little Scoopies do 56 before they hit the rev limiter, so that tells me there may be something left in it. But for this bike, our next move is go get it officially registered, so then we can actually take it on a proper test run. But next episode, we've got some go fast fun. Down here, we have the Polini high-speed variator, and we have a CDI with a couple of jets. But you'll just have to watch, wait, and see for that video. See you on the next episode. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.